Here's the World War I flying ace climbing into the cockpit of his Sopwith Camel. Contact, he shouts.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another edition of American Pickerman. This is season 7, episode number 7, lucky number 7. We're here. It's the first part of August, actually. It's the first week. It's August 7th, actually. When you're going to see this, I don't know. Last time I said, hey, it's Father's Day, happy Father's Day, and it was like 2 months later before I got the video up. So hopefully this will be up a little bit sooner, and me saying happy first part of August will actually make sense. Happy first part of August? Who says that? Hey, happy first part of August, everybody. Anyway, it's been a pretty good summer so far. I've got a couple weeks worth of accumulation here. The sales are, I said it's been a good summer because I've got some good items, and I've got a lot of crap. Let me just quit babbling and maybe just start showing you something. So lean back, relax, and enjoy what I've got to show you. Yeah. Let's just get to it. Here we go. For $3, picked up this Samsung. I'm still on the hunt for an Android phone that actually will hold a SIM card. I should have opened this up and looked. It doesn't hold a SIM card. I guess that's why people are selling them, because they can't switch them to another vendor. Anyway, I paid $3 for that, and it's worth about $10, $15. Was it $5? I think it was $5. Picked up. Let me, bear with me here, I'm going to show you some horrible footage of my basement here. Anyway, so I picked up those records, those records, those records, those records, those records, those records. Okay, all the records you're seeing were in that premium Apple box back there. Picked those up for $5, hoping to maybe, find a lucky find, a great record 145 that was worth $50, $100. Unfortunately, didn't find that, but did find. Hold on. Okay, now I'm back. So I did find a whole bunch of great classic 45s here. I'll just go through a couple of these here. The names you'll recognize, hopefully. Maybe not. If you're not old enough to recognize them, you won't. Freddie Boom Boom Cannon. There was also a number of Beatles, probably a dozen good Beatles records in there. Most of them on what was it? These guys, the Capitol Swirls. But here's a Love Me Do on Totally. The Marquees. All these names you're recognizing. The Box Tops, the Beau Brummels, and anyway, you get the idea. Just a whole bunch of great old hits, but none of them that were worth more than about $10 to $15. A couple in there worth around $20, but not too many of those. But what was interesting, and at least I found it extremely interesting, there were a number of these White Lies, Blue Eyes. I don't know if it was a one-hit wonder. Bullet was the band's name. It goes like this. Yeah, and I remember that song, but I haven't heard it on the radio in ages, so I had to look it up on the YouTube and listen to it, and I thought, hey, I remember that song. And anyway, get to the point, there were about 10 of these in jackets, unlistened to, unplayed, unlistened to. Is that even a word? Unplayed, and so these normally go for like $5, $6 played, so maybe I can get $10 a piece for them. So $10 times 10 bucks times 10, that's $100 worth of records. Boy, maybe I just better have another sip of this here. Sumatra, delicious. And also this Let's Work Together, Wilbert Harrison, one-man band. I don't remember that one, but maybe it goes like this.
Come on, let's work together. Now, people, say now together we will stand. Every boy, girl, woman, and man.
Yeah, so there's that one. And then there was like 10 of these too, and I think they go for like $5 a piece. So overall, that $5 is going to... to about parlay, is that the right word? Going to spin into, see, that's a record pun there. It's going to spin into a couple $100, but that's one of those ton of stuff that's going to take a long time to get through. It's going to take a long time. So that was $5. Anyway, what else have I got here? Okay, this is going to be a goofy one, so bear with me. For $15, picked up all this stuff. So this is a iHome radio alarm clock thingy that holds an iPod. Here's the iPod that came with it. That goes for around $40-$50, I think. As is, I'm going to tie that in, maybe get $60-$70 for the pair. Had to buy a charging cable for it, but that was only $2 with shipping on eBay, so that was a bargain. So the whole thing paid, we'll just say $10 for this and the iPod, and picked up this also. Couldn't find a match on these. What a shocker! It's a white milk glass. St. Mary of the Plains College, 1952, Division of Nursing.
Real temperature raisers. Definitely hot stuff.
Yeah, didn't find one on eBay. Like I said, what a shock there. So I have no idea what they're going to go for. Sometimes these oddball milk glass things go for decent money, so maybe $5-$10. Picked up 2 of those. Also, picked up all this jewelry. Yeah, that's a Tiffany & Co. sterling bracelet. Hope to get about $100 for that. What else? Oh, for this was kind of funny. At least I thought it was funny. This lady had a whole table of jewelry marked on display there, and she had a number of them marked silver, and of course those were marked higher. And it turns out, as I lifted them up and looked at them, inspected them, none of them were marked sterling or silver, so they weren't silver, so we didn't buy those. But I looked around the table and found this ring, which was not marked silver, but is sterling, in fact. And she said she wanted $3 for it. I got it for $2, so I got a nice enameled ring of sterling for $2 there. For $1 a piece, picked up these pieces of sterling. They were all in a bin that said, costume jewelry, $1 per piece, no wheeling and dealing, So I just looked through the whole thing, and most of it was costume jewelry of the plastic variety. But there were 5 pieces, and I've only got 4 here. But anyway, you got the idea. For $1 a piece, so I picked up this pendant. These star earrings. This kind of funky looking pair of earrings. And this rather nice looking ring. So $1 a piece on those. So it's been quite the year for jewelry. In fact, here, take a look at some of the stuff I've accumulated over the past several weeks that I haven't shown you. Here, take a look. So here we go. For the other day last weekend it was, not the other day. First stop, the kid, it was just a kid doing a yard sale. He had a bunch of Wii games, and I picked up Sonic the Black Knight, Mario Kart, and guess what? I picked up a case because I didn't bother to look, and there's what's inside. Nothing. On these Super Mario Brothers Wii games. So always look inside. That's what you got to do. That's what I tend not to do because I'm in a hurry. I just want to get from one yard sale to the next, so I don't check everything out. But that's what happens. Anyway, paid $5 for the 3 of those. The Mario Kart's worth about $15, so no money lost there. Just one of those things. Derp. What else? For absolutely free, my favorite price to pay at a yard sale, picked up this Sony ICP-R100 PC voice. It's a voice recorder. It's a tape recorder without the tape. It's a digital. It's unused in the box, still all wrapped up and pretty in there, but it's certainly older technology. It comes with floppy drives. Yeah. floppy disks for your floppy drive, which you don't have anymore. But that's another story I'll show you. Anyway, used ones go for $15, $20. New ones, people are trying to get $35, $40, $50, $60. One's up there for over $100, but they're not selling. So I'm guessing maybe I can get $25, $30 as this unused. So for free, can't complain about that. For $2, picked up this corpse. I picked up a corpse for $2. These are core. They're kind of like little G.I. Joe action figures. From the 90s, I believe, or the early 2000s. $2. As a lot, they might go for $10 or $15. Hey, remember I talked about floppies and how exciting it was and how you can't read them anymore, floppy disks? Well, for 50 cents a piece, picked up these two external USB connectable floppy disk drives, and they go for about $15 a piece, so that's all right. For $10, picked up this fine lot here. It's a Nintendo DS Lite, right there, and it works fine. A little floppy on the hinge there, a little floppy on the hinge. It should stay up, but it doesn't. It's a little floppy on the hinge. So $10 for that. I got Pirates of the Caribbean to go with that, and what else? Picked Indiana Jones Lego, and the charger came with it, and also this Guitar Hero Tour Modern Hits. This goes for about $15. The Nintendo still goes for around $30, $40. I don't know. It's got the floppy hinge. Might not get that much for it, but it works fine. So we'll see about that. Not a bad buy. I mean, $10, so I already made it back on this. So. Okay, I picked up two of these. This one here, and the other one, which I can't find. Anyways, a set of two of them. It was a brother and sister, and they said, "Oh, sure, we'll sell them." So I got this DS Lite, another DS Lite that doesn't have the Nerf case on it, and for $20, and one charger. And this Pokemon Silver, or is it Silver? No, Pokemon White version, which I think goes for around $30. So got my money back all on that, plus two DS Lites as kickers. So good find. For $1, picked up this Westmoreland Sterling. It's a little salt thing. It's a little salt thing. A little crystal salt. You put your salt in there, and then you serve it up with a little Sterling spoon. So $1 on that. It goes for about $10. So not a great find, but it's a $1 for $10 ratio. How are you going to kick on that? For 10 cents, that's right, 5 cents a piece, picked up this set of two Snoopy, Snoopy from Peanuts. Fork and spoon, little set there. So 10 cents on the two of those, and I think as a set they go for maybe $5, $10. So took a shot in the dark on that one. Not a great find, but didn't lose anything, did I? No, I didn't. For $1, well, okay, they wanted the $1 a piece for these. Got Donkey Kong Blast, which I think goes for around $20. So $1 on that. And I learned my lesson. See, 2 weeks ago, didn't look, nothing in there. Last weekend, yesterday, looked inside, no game. See, so I didn't pay $1 for it, but I did pay $0.25 for it because every once in a while I bump into a Mario Kart game without the sleeve there, the case, and I think you get a little bit more money if you have it complete. And that's got the instructions and the case, and if I get the game, then it's complete. And instead of going for about $15, it might go for more like 20 or 10. Anyway, you get the idea. I just like selling better with the case. Okay.
No problem with that. No.
For $3, picked up this Pentax Auto 110. Let me see if I can get it open without throwing it all over the place. So yeah, got the camera. Got a that's the electronic film advance, couple of lenses, and a flash. In the case. Case is a little knackered there. It looks like it's been dripped on by some water or some other type beverage. But I paid $3 on that, and I think probably get around $20 for that. For $3, picked up this lovely piece of Pyrex. It's lovely if you like pink. It's a casserole dish with the lid and a little serving stand here. A little serving stand right there. Also, all three. That's like $1 a piece for the pieces. Not sure what that is. Looks like a piece of Lego. Anyway, so $3 on that, and I think that goes for around 20 bucks. I didn't actually check, so that's just a guesstimate. Anything else to show the good people? For $1, picked up this, and I sure wish it had the lid on it. It's did you know that it's a Cracker Jack company? Did you know that they made marshmallows back in the day? Yes, Angelus, no loss, just Angelus marshmallows. Yeah, no lid, unfortunately, but it's a good-looking tin. And I think as is might get 10 for it. Had it had the lid, then you're looking at about 20 or 30, but no lid. Picked up this. It's a Sanyo TP727 turntable. Paid $5 for it, and I haven't checked to see if it works yet, but I'm sure it will work just fine. And that's worth probably about $70 or $80, so good find there. But I have to ship it, so it's kind of a pain in the butt. But it's a good amount of money, so I'm okay with that. For $1, picked up this fine piece, which is in pieces right now, but it's okay. It can be fixed. It was only held together with what looks like double-face foam tape, and I could not find, at least a couple weeks ago when I bought it, I could not find an exact match. This is an Old Crow, the bourbon. And look. It's okay. It survived. Anyway, so there's the Old Crow. That goes on the base right there. Typically, we'll just lay them on there for now. And the balloon, which has also come loose from its tape, you know. And it just mounts on your wall, in your bar, in your home bar, or wherever. It looks like it was somewhere. It's rather dusty. But I could not find an exact match, but Old Crow stuff seems to be rather popular. It goes for a good price. Once I get this put back together real nicely and cleaned up a little bit, I'm going to go for maybe $30 or $40 on that, because that's a nice piece of bar swag if I can keep it in one piece. For $5, picked up this clock here. Yeah, it's a 30-day clock. I cranked it up and didn't crank it up all the way, and it ran for about 2 weeks. So maybe if I cranked it up all the way, it would run for 30 days. Got stuck one time, so it probably needs a little bit of loving. It's a little, I won't say beat up, but it shows a little bit of age. It's probably from the 50s, maybe 60s. I couldn't find, there's a maker's mark on it right there, but I couldn't find exactly what that means. The guy who I bought it from, I think the guy died, but his wife or whatever, whoever was left there, was selling it, and he was a clocksmith. Is that it? A clocksmith? He fixed clocks, because I had tons of clock stuff there, and I'd been there before last year. It's where I got all these guys right here. Yes, if you remember, all these Spider-Man Hulk comic books. I paid like 10 bucks and got like 20 of those, which are worth about 20 bucks a piece. So that was a good find. Anyway, reminiscing. So anyway, picked up that clock and for $5, and hopefully $40, $50. It's kind of an interesting piece. And lastly, take a look at this. Yeah, I picked up all that for, here's another, before I get to that, here, undo. So, alright, fine, we'll just do it. Okay, so I picked up all that costume jewelry for $10. 10 bucks, the whole thing. The people are moving and they just wanted to sell everything, so she had all this. It was kind of weird. This lady was a little weird. She had all this jewelry, you know. It was like the sales in the garage, lots of stuff in the garage, but stuff in the house too. So go ahead, go in the house. So just going around the house, just me all alone. Go into this bedroom, and all this costume jewelry is just kind of puddled all over the place. And I'm looking around and going through drawers because there was she'd left a purse in that bedroom. I could have gone through her purse. There was a rubber band stack of credit cards and everything in one of the drawers. Yeah, I closed the drawers. Did not go into the purse. Did not. but left the bedroom, left the house, went back to the garage where she was, and said, "You probably shouldn't have your purse and credit cards laying around, because she was just letting people wander through the house,
willy-nilly.
And anyway, I asked her how much she wanted for all the baubles and trinkets, and she said $10. So I said, okay. So you saw all the costume jewelry. That was after I sorted it all out, put that up as a lot, and got $50 for that. Thought I'd get a little bit more, but man, there are a ton of auctions with lots of costume jewelry, lots of costume jewelry, if you know what I'm saying. So I thought I would get more for that because there were some decent pieces in there, but I got $50 for it, so I certainly got my $10 back. There were a few pieces of sterling in there. There were a few pieces of what I'll say higher quality costume jewelry. The Sarah Coventry, the Monet, that type, and I kept a few of those out that were like sets, a necklace, a bracelet, earrings, that I hope to get around $40 or $50 for. So for $10, probably we'll swing that into $150 probably altogether. So it was a good find. Also from that sale, got this. A Bausch and Lomb. I called it a Sherlock Holmes type because it's huge, big size, like 5 inches round. Paid $1 for that, and it sold for $44, $44.99. Maybe I'll put it up at the end, then you can see it again. But why would I do that? Because I already showed it to you and told you what it sold for, so that would be redundant, and I won't do that. Anyway, also from that sale, picked up a Hamilton Beach big honkin' bread mixer thing that I thought we could use here at the house, but it's got issues. I didn't bother to plug it in. It was sitting on the lady's counter right there, and I could have just plugged it in and turned it on and heard that when you turn it on, it goes. So I paid $5 for that, thinking I could keep it. It doesn't work. I don't know if it's worth repairing. Maybe it is. I mean, they sell for like $150 to $200 brand new. And it's a nice mixer. It's pretty clean and everything. Missing one of the paddles, missing the bread, the paddle you would use for batter paddle, I guess it's called. It's got the bread dough hook, and it's got a whisk type thing. But yeah, so I may keep that, may not, may just sell the blades, the attachments, and get a few bucks for that. Anyway, that was all from the same gal. Yeah, and I guess that's it. I thought I had more to show you, and I'll maybe if I find some more things, I'll tack them on at the end for the heck of it. In any case, thanks for coming by. Stay tuned for updates on a few things that sold last week, and we'll see you hopefully in a week or two. Yeah, that's about it. Take care. See ya.